Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest political magic trick America ever pulled. Convince black people the people taking their rights away are somehow saving them. Now let me say this before folks get emotional and start typing in all caps from their mama basement. Black folks are not married to the Democratic Party. Never have been. We married to survival. There's a difference. But this whole conversation around Stephen A. Smith telling black folks maybe we should vote Republican for one election, whew, brother, that sounds good if you ignore history, policy, reality, common sense, and the fact that black people got enough problems already without volunteering for extra credit oppression. See, Stephen A. talk like a man who been yelling over sports highlights too long. Everything sounds dramatic. Black people need to teach Democrats a lesson. A lesson? Brother, Republicans over here trying to erase black AP history, ban DEI, redraw voting maps, weaken voting rights protections, and make Martin Luther King sound like he worked in human resources. What lesson we teaching? How to lose faster? See, this ain't even about Democrat versus Republican anymore. This about whether black folks can maintain political leverage. Because while folks arguing on podcasts, states are literally redrawing maps to dilute black voting power right now. And let me explain gerrymandering the black way. Imagine LeBron dropped 50 points, and then after the game they say, actually, every basket from the black side of town only counts as half. That's what they doing with these voting maps. They slicing up black districts like a honey-baked ham at Christmas. Oh, y'all got too much voting influence over here. Let's move this neighborhood over there. Cut this county over there. Man, they drawing district lines like drunk people playing spirograph. And Stephen A. over here talking about maybe black people should vote Republican. For what? To speed the process up? That's like seeing somebody rob your house and saying, you know what? Let me help him carry the TV. And black folks are frustrated because we always hearing, you shouldn't vote based on race. Really? Then why every time black people gain political power, suddenly laws start changing? Funny how democracy only becomes dangerous when black folks participate too much. See, this affects the black community deeper than politics. It affects resources, schools, healthcare, housing, voting access, police accountability, economic opportunities. Policies ain't just paperwork. Policies decide whether your grandma got medicine or GoFundMe. And some of these same politicians begging for black votes today are simultaneously removing black history from schools and public institutions tomorrow. That's psychological warfare. That's America saying, we want your culture, but not your truth. They love black music, black slang, black dances, black athletes, but mention systemic racism and suddenly everybody become a constitutional scholar. Now everybody quoting Thomas Jefferson like they was roommates. And let me tell y'all what really got people mad at Stephen A. It ain't disagreement. Black people debate politics all the time. It's that too many black folks feel like he spends more energy criticizing black people surviving racism than criticizing the systems creating it. That's the frustration. Because when voter protections getting weakened, when districts getting redrawn, when black history getting erased, when economic inequality still exists, this ain't the time for political cosplay. This ain't First Take. Black lives ain't debate segments. And America better understand something. Black people remember history because history been trying to forget us. That's why we fight so hard to vote. That's why we fight so hard to teach our history. That's why we fight so hard to be seen fully human in a country that profits off selective memory. And if you think voting rights don't matter, ask yourself this. Why they working so hard to take them away?